श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम। श्रुतिस्मृति करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। यक्ष उवाच किं क्षत्रियाणां देवत्वम् कश्च धर्मः सतामिवा कश्चैषां मानुषो भावः परित्यागो सतामिवा. The question is kimeṣāmasatāmiva. We are looking at Kshatriya, the person of the warrior class. You can also say the ruling class. It is not all the time war. It is rule, and sometimes there is war. So that is the Kshatriya. What is one quality in the Kshatriyas that is very bad? Like you come across a group of people, bad people, and there is a quality in them which is bad. Satāmiva kimeṣāmasatāmiva. What is that bad quality? That is the fourth line in the question. Now the answer. Yudhishthira uvāca ishvastramesham devatvaṃ yajña esham satāmiva bhayam vai mānuṣo bhāvaḥ parityago satāmiva. So the answer is parityagaha. So the person of the ruling class, or the ruler, or the person of the warrior class. So if somebody approaches him for help, and somebody is in serious trouble, he approaches the ruler, please protect me, like that. And the ruler doesn't care to protect him, and he gives up the person, doesn't come forward to protect that person. Similarly, in the battlefield, so the soldiers are fighting, their commander, instead of standing with them and supporting them, he leaves them to their fate and he goes away. If such a thing is done by the person of the ruling class or the warrior class, one and the same, that is the very bad quality. That is parityagaha. That's why the examples, so two positive examples I can think of. One is Shibi Chakravarti, you must have heard. So there was a pigeon, and this pigeon was given a chase by an eagle. Eagle is a predator, and it wanted to eat the pigeon. It was about to catch hold of the pigeon and eat it. So the pigeon came flying and flying and flying, and it came and sat in Shibi. Shibi is the name of the emperor. Came and sat in his lap, and then it started talking also. That is the story. So it tells, "O Maharaja, you are the protector, the ruler, and so I am seeking refuge in you or with you. You please protect me." Then immediately Maharaja says, "Abhayam, don't you fear, I will protect you." In the meanwhile, the eagle came, and the eagle said, "Why do you hold on to that pigeon? It is my food. You are interrupting my lunch. How come?" "Yeah, I am a predator, and I have chosen this bird, and so it is my right to kill and eat it. And who are you to come in the way? You cannot interrupt my food this way." Then the Shibi said, "I already promised it, Abhayam, not to fear, I will give protection to you. I already promised the pigeon, so I cannot give it up now." Parityagaha, giving up on the pigeon. I cannot do that. I have to protect it. Then that eagle said, you have stolen my lunch. And so then the king offered, okay, I'll give you some other meat of equal weight. Then the eagle said, no, I like pigeon meat only. That is the story. Then the king offered, okay, will you be satisfied if I offer the meat of this body? Will you be satisfied? The eagle said, okay, I will consider it. Okay, I may be mollified, I may agree. Then it's okay, but the meat that you give out of your body must equal to the weight of the pigeon. Okay, then they got hold of. You don't know this story, some of you may not know this story, but some of you must have known also. Then the pigeon said, the eagle says, get hold of a balance, old-fashioned balance with two pans. And so the pigeon is sitting in one pan, and he cuts the meat from his shoulder or from his biceps and triceps, soft meat, he cuts and puts in the other pan. It is not becoming equal to the weight of the pigeon. Then he cuts from his thigh and puts in the pan. Then also it doesn't equal. Then finally, what he says, he gets a bigger balance and he goes and sits in the pan. Now it becomes equal. Then immediately the eagle appears in its original form, that is Yamadharmaraja. And the pigeon, I don't remember exactly, maybe it is Indra Devata. So they appear before him. We wanted to test how well you protect. So you are a great Mahatma, great warrior, and a great ruler. Like that they bless him. This is the story, Shibi. So Shibi says, Parityagaha, giving up the person who took refuge, giving up on him and stop protecting him is one bad quality that stands out in a person of the ruling class. So I gave the positive example. The giving up is bad. There is a second example, well known from Ramayana, Valmiki's Ramayana. So Rama was on this side of the ocean, the sea, and there is the channel. And on the other side of the channel is Sri Lanka, where Ravana rules. And Sita is known to be captive there. She was held captive in Lanka. And therefore Rama with his army of Vanaras, so it has to cross the ocean and reach the shores of Lanka and then declare a war against Ravana by what they call it, by seizing, by putting siege, siege, by putting siege against that city of Lanka. It's a walled city. Those days were like that, walled cities. And it is also called a garrison. So you lay siege to the garrison and declare the battle or war and kill the enemy and then save Sita. That is what he has to do. So he was on this side of the ocean or Bay of Bengal on this side. So they are planning how to cross the ocean, the sea. At that time, Vibhishana arrived. Vibhishana is the brother of Ravana from the enemy camp. He has defected. Defection. Just before the elections, people defect from Congress to BJP or BJP to Congress. These things happen. Just before the elections, they defect. Even in the battles, it happens. In Second World War, Romania was a country which was part of Axis powers. Means they were allies, they were friends with Hitler and his Japan, Germany and Japan. Then Romania, suddenly, 1944, they noticed that Germany is losing. They were friends with Germany as long as Germans were winning, but now they are losing, and therefore they shifted the sides. Overnight, they joined allies, America, Russia, that group they joined. Overnight. These are called friends of fair weather. That is the name given to them. So only when the weather is fair, they are friends. Otherwise, they are not friends. So Vibhishana, I cannot say that to Vibhishana. Vibhishana did not defect because Ravana is ruling, Ravana is losing. No, the battle did not start yet. In fact, as of at that moment, Rama doesn't even have a chance to confront Ravana. He did not even have a chance because the channel, ocean, is separating Rama from the kingdom of Ravana. So at that time he defected because he gave an advice, you are holding Sita wrongly, you should not do that. Please hand her over to Rama and seek apology. He will protect you. Please do that. That is the advice given by Vibhishana to Ravana. Ravana was very unhappy. He was very angry. You are talking on the side of the opponents. Therefore, I am passing a decree that you do not stay in my kingdom. You are banished from the kingdom of Lanka. Now he cannot stay there. Within 1 hour, he has to vacate the place and go away. Otherwise, he will be arrested and he may be killed even. That was the decree passed by Ravana. Immediately, Vibhishana left Lanka and crossed the ocean. He can cross and arrived in Rama's garrison. Rama he is waiting there along with army, trying to find a way to cross the sea channel, and so he came there. Then the Vanaras, they caught hold of him because they could recognize that he is the Rakshasa from Lanka and therefore enemy. Therefore they caught hold of him. In fact, they were trying to beat him also, if I remember correctly, from Ramayana. Then Hanuman sees this and he stops. Hey, he is a good man. Why do you ill-treat him? He has come as a guest to us. So come on. So dear sir, why are you here? Because Hanuman knew him. Hanuman has already visited Lanka and examined the entire Lanka very thoroughly. He has recognized every palace. Oh, this is in Prahasta's palace. This is Indrajit's palace. Like that he recognizes all of those. Maybe there are nameplates or whatever. Really. And so he recognized Vibhishana. Or he asked, who are you? I am Vibhishana from Lanka. Good. You are a good man. Come. So he takes him to Rama. Rama was sitting in consultation with Sugriva and other chiefs of army, other commanders or generals, army generals. He was sitting and he was discussing, so what to do now. Then Hanuman brought him. So we found him here, and so what to do now. Then Rama asks him, who are you? I am Vibhishana. What do you want? Why are you here? I take refuge in you. It is called Sharanam. I surrender to you. I am now along with you. I will support you. I take refuge in you or with you. Then Rama looks around. Sugriva says, we cannot believe this guy. He is coming from Lanka, and so he must be a spy of Ravana, like he may be a traitor to us, and he may be here as a spy of Ravana. We cannot believe him. So we should not take him into our fold. In fact, we should punish him. We should imprison him and punish him. Till the war is over, he should put in prison. After the war is over, we will decide. That is what Sugriva said. Even Angada took such a stand. Then Rama looked at Hanuman. Hanuman said, he is a good man. I am recommending that you should immediately take him, grant his request, and take him into our side. He will help you. That is, Hanuman strongly recommends. Then Jambavan was also asked, what is your advice? Jambavan he said, I am not sure. He is coming from Lanka, and what is his quality, we don't know. He happens to be from the wrong place, and he belongs to the bad people side. But still he is coming, and he may be a good one also, we don't know. His story may be true, may not be true. I only tell, take caution, pay caution, keep the process pending, something like that. Then Rama declares, what he says is, I am a kshatriya, and he took refuge with me, and I cannot refuse him. So then he says, Sakurudeva prapannaya tavasmiti cha yachate abhayam sarva bhutebhyaha dadam yetad vratam mama. Etat mama vratam. This is my vow. What is that? Whatever the life form, man or animal or a demon or an ogre, whatever, rakshasa, whosoever it is, once the person comes to me, one time, not 2 times, 3 times, first, even very first time, he comes to me and surrenders himself, saying, I belong to you, please protect me. Tava asmi iti cha yachate. To such a person, I never refuse abhayam. Abhaya means be fearless. You are under my protection now. I give you protection. So this is my vow. Even if Vibhishana, as we look at him, he is a bad guy with ulterior motive, he approached me, etc., possible. But I take things on the face value. Apparently he is approaching me to take refuge. He is surrendering to me. I bless him. I give protection to him. From now on, he is a part and parcel of our camp. Till he proved to be a traitor otherwise. Till then he is one of us. That is how he says. And he also further says, that is the dharma of the kshatriyas. Particularly the kshatriyas of the Ikshvaku clan. And so we cannot do anything otherwise. So he is welcome, like that he says. Therefore, this is also the example, opposite example. Here the bad quality is parityagaha, means abandonment, abandoning. So you don't abandon. You take the responsibility of helping a person. You do not abandon the person. You continue to support the person and help the person. That is the good quality of a person of the ruling class. That is the answer given. That finishes that verse and the answers for. Then we come to next question, next set of questions. What happened? It is working? Okay. Yakṣa uvāca kimekam yajñiyam sāma kimekam yajñiyam yajuhu kaścaiṣāṃ vrunute yajñam kam yajño nāti vartate. So now we have the topic of yajna. You know yajna? It is an elaborate ritual to worship the gods. That is the yajna. Okay? And so rugyajus samabhiryajanti. Yaja means worship. From yaja comes yajna. The ritual in which you worship devatas is called yajna. So how do you worship? With the mantras. The mantra is the primary element in any worship. And so these mantras come from 3 Vedas. Rig, Yajuhu, Sama. Vedas are 3. That's why Veda is called Trayi Vidya. They are 3. But what happened is, to begin with we had Rigveda. Then it became 3 Vedas. So Rig, Yajuhu, Sama. Sama and Rig are one and the same. The words and the sentences, The hymns, they are called hymns. They are just the same, no difference. Then what is the difference between Rigveda and the Samaveda? In Rigveda, we recite. In Samaveda, we sing. That is like that. That is the only difference. There is no other difference. Then there is another Veda called Yajurveda. It is different. In Rigveda, the hymns are in a verse format. They follow a meter and they are in the form of a verse. Whereas in Yajurveda, mostly they are in the form of prose. Those of you who know Rudram know that it is all prose. There are no poetic hymns in it. They are all prose only. Like the uvāca. Uvāca is a paragraph. Like Namo Hiranya Bhave Senanye, like that you say. It is a lengthy prose uvāca paragraph. Even where there are sentences broken, etc., drape, andhasaspate, etc., they are sentences, separate lines. But they are also yajus. They don't follow any meter. Okay? Therefore, Yajurveda is prose, mostly. Hymns are in the form of prose format. Whereas Rigveda is poetic or verse format. And then Samaveda is only singing. For singing, you need hymns in the verse format. The prose you cannot sing. If prose is there, if I have to sing the prose, then I break the prose. Instead of writing it horizontally, you write it vertically. Then it becomes a hymn, and then you sing it. Like that you have to do. So anyway, these are the three Vedas. Then the fourth Veda came later, much later. It is called Atharvana Veda, sometimes called Atharva Veda also. The name of the Rishi, Atharva is the name of the Rishi. Okay. Now, in the performance of Vedic rituals, Atharvana Veda has no role to play. That's why I put it aside. Now three Vedas, original three Vedas. Then became fourth Veda, Atharvana Veda. Then came fifth Veda, Panchama Veda, that is Mahabharata. Then came Dravida Veda. Dravida Veda is the Tamilian Veda. Ramanujacharya, he has collected all kinds of hymns in Tamil language. They are called Pashuras. Some of them were composed by Andal, that Goda Devi. She composed some of them. And some of them are composed by various alvars, these devotees of God, Vaishnava devotees. They all composed the hymn, not hymns, verses in the praise of the Lord. They are all brought together and put into one unit, Prabandha. It is in Tamil language. And so Tamil language is also called Dravida. Dravida Prabandha, that is what it is. And so that became, so Ramanujacharya, what he did, he said that this is another Veda. Because these people don't know Sanskrit, they only know Tamil. Therefore, what they chant in Tamil, he gave the status of Veda. He declared it is Veda. And from then onwards, Dravida Prabandha is known as Dravida Veda. Okay? So that is the sixth Veda. Like that, original three. In fact, original one, Rigveda, became three. Up to that, it is valid for a ritual, Vedic ritual. From then on, they are added. So many other things are added. Now it became six. So somebody may write something in Telugu or English and declare it, this is Veda. Like that it is possible. So anyway, these three. The question is, in the question, there is Samaveda. The first line is having Samaveda. The second line is having Yajurveda. You do not see the Rigveda. In the question there is no Rigveda. And therefore the answer will be Rigveda. You can see that. So kaścaiṣāṃ vrunute. Ka also. Ka is a Strilinga Shabda. Rik is a Strilinga Shabda. Therefore very suggestive questions, okay? Then, you see, only those who have learned these Vedas, the chanting, who have practiced the chant of Vedas, they do it for 6 to 10 years, then only they gain mastery. So only those people are eligible for performing the Vedic ritual, obviously. But then there is the Upanishad. When we come to Upanishad, the Upanishad gives an alternative. Instead of ritual, you can make it upasana, mentally visualization, mental visualization. So in the ritual, you need exactly the Vedas, the entire Vedas you must be able to recite. Everybody need not recite all the 3 Vedas. Those who recite Rigveda, they form a group. They constitute a priest, a group of priests known as Hota. Those who are experts in Yajurveda, they constitute a second group called Advaryu. The names you must have heard. Then those who sing the Vedic hymns, the Samaveda people, they constitute the third group called Udgata. And so 4 of this, 4 of this, 4 of this, 12. They are the main priests in the yajna. And then another 4 priests are there. They are come under the category of Brahma. So 16. And the Yajamana, the one who is actually performing the ritual. And his Patni, his wife. Without wife there is no ritual. So 16 plus 2, 18. This is what Mundakopanishad says. Ashtadashoktam avaram. You know that? That is the Ashtadasha. Anyway, now we may feel, oh, we don't know Vedas. Leave alone 3, even 1 Veda we don't know. We are losing out on Vedas. But there is an upasana in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad where you need not worry that you have lost out on the Vedas. You do this upasana, it is as good as you have acquired the Vedas. What is the upasana? Trayo Veda ete eva. These are the 3 Vedas. They are in Adhyatma. In you they are there. These are the 3 Vedas. What are they? Vage Vargvedaha. Your organ of speech is Rigveda. Mano Yajurvedaha. Your mind is Yajurveda. Prana Samavedaha. Prana is the vital force in the body. That is the Samaveda. Now all the 3 Vedas are with you. So now when you visualize like this, you gain the same phalam of chanting all the 3 Vedas. That is called upasana. Okay? Therefore, we look at ourselves, the organ of speech is Rigveda. Why so? Because in Rigveda, you recite the hymns. That is the organ of speech. Then the Samaveda is prana, the vital force. Because in Samaveda, you chant, you sing. In singing, like that, it is prana. The lung capacity must be there. And then only you will be able to sing. Generally, these music people, they need not say the words correctly or properly or legibly. They need not say. Generally, they don't say also. Their entire focus is on the raga. The standard example which I give is, so, Jagannatha Swami Nayana Pathagami Bhavatu me. It is not Bhavatu, it is Bhavatu. Okay? And it is not Nayana. Nayana in Telugu means father. It is not Nayana, it is Nayana. But Nayana becomes Nayana because they prolong it, they pull it. And sometimes between Na and Ya, they pull it so much that even A is also falls short. Like instead of saying Nayana Pathagami, he says Nayana. He says, now what do you think? So you need a lot of lung power. Therefore, the Samaveda is my vital force. The vital force is the Samaveda. And then for Yajurveda, it is difficult to remember the hymns. A lot of memory power must be there. That's why they always go after medha. Retention is difficult. And therefore the intellect is utilized to retain all the hymns, the prose hymns in the head. That's why manaha yajurvedaha, the mind, that retention power of the mind, that is the meaning here. That is Yajurveda. Therefore all the three Vedas are in me. Okay, now the question is about that. First you have to understand the question, and then comes the answer. So what is the question? What is one sama? Kim ekam sama? That helps a person to perform yajna. Now if the sama is outside, you recite it, then the yajna is also outside in the form of a ritual. Okay? But on the other hand, if the sama is in you as vital force, then yajna is also in you. That means your life becomes yajna. Did you get it? So the outer ritual is adhibhuta and adhidaiva realms are included in it. Whereas you take the yajna into you, it is called purusha yajna. The person's life itself is a yajna. How beautiful the vision is. It is upasana. His life is yajna. He need not go and put fire and start offering oblations, etc. That is outer yajna. But here the question is about inner yajna, and the person's life becomes yajna. That is the question. So, what is that one sama? In Samaveda there are 10,000 samas. But here you replace one sama that includes all those 10,000 samas. And the outer yajna is now replaced by the inner yajna. What is that one sama? You got the question? Now you see the answer. Yudhishthira uvāca prāno vai yajñiyam sama. Yeah. So now you got the answer. The sama, which is yajñiyam, the sama that is employed in yajna, is indeed. Why means indeed? Why is indeed? He is indeed pranaha, the vital force. That is the answer given. You see, what is yajna? Yajna is offering to gods. That is what yajna means. Yaja, puja, yaja, deva puja. The worship of gods is called yaja. So you offer to gods. What is a god? What is a deva? Deva, deva yajanam. Deva translated as God. Devas, so it becomes gods. Not the capital G God. Small g gods. In Abrahamic faiths, there is only one God, and that is capital G. Whereas in Hindu pantheon of gods, Vedic pantheon of gods, there are many gods, and they are all small g. You have to make some distinction, because we are dabbling with English, so you have to bring the vision to fit into the English language, and so you have to make it up the appropriate way. So these are the small gods. So you can say Deva. What is a Deva? Deva is the power of life and light. That is how it is defined. Light is knowledge. Light is not outer light. Life is in you. Light is in you. Light is knowledge. So you have the faculty of action, Kriya Shakti. And the power from which this Kriya Shakti has come to you, that is the Devata. Then you have the faculty of understanding or knowledge. Like eyes, you know forms. Ears, you know sounds. Mind, you know many things. So that faculty of understanding, that is the power of understanding, called Vijnana Shakti. And that itself has originated from that Devata. Therefore, the power of life is Devata. The power of light is Devata. Means one divine power the cosmic power. That is the Brahma, Saguna Brahma. It is one divine power that alone manifests in different forms, outside as well as inside, in Adhibhuta as well as Adhyatma. That one power manifests. Outward forces like rain-bearing clouds, like mountains, that is a force, mountain is a force, river, another force, the oceans, the wind, the fire, these are all the outer forces, manifestations of one cosmic power, divine power. Then look within, the eyesight, the hands, the legs, the speech, these are all powers or faculties, once again, manifestations of that divine power. Are you following? Means yad brahmande tat pindande. What you have there is here. What you have here is there. Like that you have to understand. And whatever is there is here. Both of them put together is the manifestation of one cosmic power called Saguna Brahma, sometimes called Hiranyagarbha. Okay, you are following? For example, there is the eyesight called Chakshuhu. That is the faculty or power of an individual, a person. It is called Chakshuhu, and the devata of the eyesight. So, for the sense of eyesight, there is a devata, and that devata is called Adityaha, Suryaha or Adityaha. Now, so as an individual, it is called Chakshuhu, but the eyesight of all life forms put together is Aditya, right? A personal power of seeing, the faculty of seeing, personal or individual, is Chakshuhu. And what is Chakshuhu here is Adityaha outside, Devata. That is the way you have to understand. Then, so what is Aditya Devata is symbolized by the solar orb. This is one context where you can understand the Vedic vision. That's why I am taking some time. I can finish the verse, but that is not the point. This is the context. In this context, if this is not presented fully, you will not get a chance to understand the vision of the Vedas one more time. You may not get. That's why it is presented in some detail. Therefore, Aditya is symbolized by the solar orb. That is the altar. The Deva altar is Adhibhuta. The disk is Adhibhuta. The Devata Aditya, who presides over the disk, is Adhidaiva, who is also the eyesight of all the life forms. And Chakshuhu, in me, in the person, is Adhyatma. You got it? Now, like hand. Personally, hand is so Indro me bale shritaha, the bala, the physical strength. And of course, the faculty of hands. And in the Adhibhuta and Adhidaiva, Indra is the Devata. So means what is Indra now? Indra is the power of all the hands of all the life forms of this universe. That is Indra. And in me, the same power is the power of my hands. You got it? So like this, there are 11 devatas here, Ekadasha. And there are 11 devatas outside. You can count also, like years. The devata outside, universal, is Dig devata. Dig, the direction, space devata. That is the years in the person. Taste buds in the person. Outer is Apo devata, the god of waters. Okay? Then legs, person, Vishnu in the outer. The Lord Vishnu, in Vedic Vishnu, not the Vaishnava Vishnu. Vaishnava Vishnu has nothing to do with the Vedic Vishnu. Vedic Vishnu is the god of the legs. Okay? Then, what else are left now? The digestive power here, outside Vaishvanara Agnihi. Also, the faculty of speech here, Devata is Agnihi, Agnirme Vachishritaha. Like that, there are Manaha is here, Chandrama me Manasishritaha. Moon is the Devata outside. Mind is the faculty inside. Like that, Ekadasha to Ekadasha. That is the cosmic arrangement. Got it? Now, what is yajna now? So, now yajna is, this is not the Vedic ritual which is performed in the outside. When you perform in the outside, you need ritviks, 16 of them, fire, and then the oblations are offered with mantras and all that. It's a big ritual. But this is upasana, equally powerful. And it is said that the phalam, the result that you get by performing the outer ritual is, and then the result of this upasana, they are the same phalam. Same. Upasana is so powerful. This is the Vedic vision. Now, what is the yajna here? Yajna outside you know. So, Agnaya Swaha, you offer clarified butter in the fire. Like that it will go on and on and on. 5 days it goes. That is yajna in the outside. Then the yajna inside, it is called Purusha yajna. The yajna within the person yajna. So what is the yajna in this case? My individual faculties corresponding to the cosmic powers in the Brahmanda. Okay? So these faculties are offered to those devatas. And the personal self is offered to the universal self, is surrendered to the universal self. The personal is an offering to the universal, that is the yajna. Okay? Every aspect of the personal is offered to the corresponding aspect of the universal. Like for example, the eyesight is here and Aditya is there. Aditya is the Devata outside. So Aditya is also called Mitraha, the sun. In Sanskrit there are 2 words, Mitraha, Mitram. Mitram Nitya Napumsakalinga Shabda. It means a friend. Mitraha, Pumlinga Shabda, means the sun. Mitrasya Chakshusha Sarvani Bhutani Samikṣantāṃ. That is a mantra from Rigveda. So how the sun looks at all life forms? Equal, same. He does not make any distinction. He gives warmth to all alike. To scholars, to criminals, to everybody, sun gives warmth alike, light alike. And therefore it is said that the sun looks down upon all the life forms with friendship, with love. Now, your eyesight corresponds to the sun. You do the same thing with your eyes. You look upon everybody as the friend. So the one who is rude to you, he is bless him and help him also. And somebody has done a bad turn to you, and when he comes, do a good turn to him and send. That means you look at everybody with love, with goodwill. You look at all life forms as the same. So that is Gita. Shunichaiva Shvapakecha Panditas Samadarshinaha. All life forms are just the same. You look that way. Now what happened? Your eyesight has merged in the Aditya Devata. Okay? Now hands. Your hands have physical strength. And outside, the physical strength of all the life forms is called Indra Devata. Now I surrender, I hand over my physical strength for the welfare of the people, life forms all around. That means my faculty of hands is an offering to the universal power of strength. So I work for the welfare of all. Then manaha. So moon gives cool light to all life forms. Similarly, with my faculty of mind, so with my understanding, knowledge, etc., I bring glory to all the people. That is how the manaha is offered as an offering to the universal manaha. Got it? This is called yajna. Adhyatma yajna or purusha yajna. So in this, the individual faculties are handed over, are surrendered to the cosmic powers in the universal self. So that means, so for example, whosoever I look at anybody, I only present love with a smile and with blessings. I look at everybody. Now that means my eyesight is same as that of Aditya. Like that you have to do. And you work hard for the good of all people in the land, in the society. Means your strength is an offering to Indra Devata. So use your head for the welfare of the society. Your head, the faculty of thinking, for the welfare of the society. And so therefore you can say like this, "O God, take my life and let it be consecrated to Thee." This is the real consecration. They talk of consecrating an idol in a temple and all that. That is outward consecration, whereas this is the real consecration. So, O Lord, Lord means all. Lord means all, the cosmos. So, let my life be consecrated unto you. You see, here, this Purusha Yajna, it is sure to emancipate the person from the thraldom of samsara. Because you are surrendering the personal ego to the universal self. The personal self is surrendered to the universal self. This is how you rise to the level of cosmic person and become one with Brahma. You can now sing Shivoham. That is the outcome of Purusha Yajna. Upasana. Purusha Yajna is Upasana, taking you to the realization of oneness of the self. You got it? Now, any karma kanda, having said this, you have to say this also, so that the discussion becomes complete. Any karma kanda rooted in a little ego, the small personal self, and so it is used to gain personal advantage. Any karma kanda of that kind of karma kanda, motivated by the desires of the personal self, will not bring freedom, will not bring moksha. Question doesn't arise. Therefore, you see, what kind of people we are? We are people in a hurry. Hari bari, we say in Telugu. Hari, everything hurry. We want immediate results. We don't, at one time, if I have a doubt, if I know the meaning of the word, I go to the dictionary, pull it out, and open the page, and look at it, and get the meaning, 4 or 5 meanings, pull out the required meaning. Whereas now, you have the dictionary in your phone. You need not even go open the pages of the dictionary. You ask the Google, he will tell you the meaning. And then if there are 3 or 4 meanings are there, which meaning you should take, you ask the Chat GPT. They will tell you which meaning to take. You need not even think about that. So people are in a hurry. We want quick results. And this is how in this modern civilization, we become slaves of selfishness. We live a life of selfishness. All the time, look at our life, we are all the time concerned about our own small self, right? All our concerns are the concerns of the small self. Very sad it is. So, therefore, this kind of a life in which the entire karma kanda, the worship of God, the upasanas, the mantras, etc., are aimed at bringing some advantage to the small self, that cannot help the person to gain moksha. That has to be said. Therefore, you see, you give away all your faculties to the universal self. That you have to do. So, otherwise what will be happening? We will be clinging to our personal possessions. This is me, this is mine, that is thine, this is mine. Like that we will be clinging to our personal possessions. That leads to attachment, hatred, and then a passion. You know, there is a thing called passion. Passion means very deeply attached to the sense pleasures. Then you become unhappy with people. And so instead of looking at people with love and a smile, you will be frowning upon the people. You cannot show love to all. That is how we become divided between the opposites. And then identify with the body and mind. Then comes the kith and kin, select a few people, we love them. Not love, we are attached to them. We don't know what is love. Therefore, what is right, what is wrong, we get caught in the dharma, right, wrong, opposites. This is how we live. And for us, all names and forms appear real. This is another problem. Okay? So this is how we make our life, push our life into bondage. Now all of this can be renounced. All these frowns, all the hatred, friend, foe, opposites, dharma, good and evil opposites, all of this can be renounced. So pour all this selfish movement, pour all this selfish movement, the movement of the small self, pour it as an oblation into divine wisdom. That is called yajna. Now you understand what is yajna. In this yajna, in Purusha yajna, they do it at the time of sannyasa. It is called Viraja Homa. There, devata is not mentioned. Ahankaram juhomi swaha. Which devata you are offering oblation is not there. Which oblation is highlighted. Devata is not highlighted. Like if you say Agnaye Swaha, their oblation is not mentioned. Devata is mentioned. Whereas Ahankaram Juhomi Swaha, Devata is not mentioned. Devata is the universal God. Only the oblation is mentioned. Mamakaram Juhomi Swaha, Kaman Juhomi Swaha, Krodhan Juhomi Swaha, Dvesham Juhomi Swaha, Papam Juhomi Swaha. This is the Purusha Yajna. Okay, now you understand the spirit of Yajna. Now the question is about such Yajna. And he is giving the answer. My prana, vital force, is Yajniyam Sama. It is the Sama which is meant for the Purusha Yajna, which is part and parcel of Purusha Yajna. Yajniyam means belonging to the Purusha Yajna. You got it? So this much background has to be put before people. Then only the verse can make good sense. Otherwise, there is a way called Dumuvulu. Prana, Pranaha, Pranamu. Yajnaha, Yajnamu. Devaha, Devudu. Like that, that kind of a translation does not help. So you need to have all this background. Good. Prano vai yajniyam sama. So we have to say it, not only say it, we have to feel it. So this life force is the sama that is used to make the Purusha Yajna possible. Okay? Mano vai yajni yajuhu. So my intellect, manaha is the intellect here, is the yajuhu, Yajurveda, which is employed in Purusha Yajna. Okay? Then what is the third question? If you look at the third question, kaścaiṣāṃ vrunute yajñam. Esham means among all these devatas, what is moving towards the yajna? Among all these faculties, which is the one which applies itself to yajna, or which chooses yajna? Yajñam vrunute. Which is that faculty which in this person, what is that faculty which chooses yajna? Vrunute yajñam. Vrunute means, do you know the word Swayamvara? Yeah. Sita Swayamvara, Draupadi Swayamvara, Damayanti Swayamvara. Means the lady herself chooses her life partner. That was the Vedic vision. Elders do not fix anybody. The woman chooses her life partner. The elders arrange a number of prospective grooms. They are all assembled and given hospitality. Please come. My daughter wants to choose a young man as life partner. Please come. Like that, the father invites all prospective grooms. They were all received with hospitality and provided lodging and boarding, etc. And now the young girl moves out and looks at all of them, and then she decides. She is already given the prospectus of every groom. She already knows, she reads all of that. She knows all the information about them, what kind of qualifications they have, what is that they are presently doing, what is the likely future for them. All of that prospectus is given. Then the lady comes out. She holds one garland in her hand. They are all standing there, standing or sitting in chairs. And then she looks at them. She knows the prospectus. She can refer to the prospectus one more time. A young lady is standing by her side to provide any information on any one of those grooms. She looks at somebody, then immediately the young lady, he is so-and-so, he is the prince of so-and-so place, he is a great warrior, this, that, she provides all the information. Now she examines every one of them, no time limit, she can examine them as much as she wants. And the prospectus is readily provided by the secretary-like young lady. Now she looks at them and decides whom she will marry. And then she moves forward, father and others are waiting there. She puts the garland in the young man's neck. And then what happens, both of them take the chariot and go to their place. She will not come back. She goes to the husband's home. She will not come back. Sita never came back to visit Janaka. Draupadi also same thing. No question of going back and visiting, etc. Only the parents can come and visit. In those days, travel between two different kingdoms within the great Bharat is not easy. It is forest, this and that. Therefore, that is the vrunute. So, that vara vrunute, because he is chosen, that's why he is called varaha. Vriyate iti varaha, the passive voice. Vrunute. What is it that among all these faculties, which faculty chooses yajna? Yajna means an offering to the whole. Which faculty? Then you look around, sama yajuhu is over. Now what is left now? Ruk is left. Ruk corresponds to vak. Therefore, the faculty of speech chooses Rigveda as the Rigveda. It chooses Rigveda. That is the answer. You look at the answer. Rugeka vrunute yajñam. That means the faculty of speech acquires the shape of Rigveda. Rug, Eka. The other two are already taken care of. Therefore, the faculty of speech becomes the Rigveda and then pursues yajña. Means you look at your faculty of speech as Rigveda. That is the meaning of it. Of course, that is part and parcel of the entire life being an offering to the whole. Means Purusha Yajna. Within Purusha Yajna, the faculty of speech, it becomes part and parcel of Rigveda and then becomes part of the Purusha Yajna. Got it? Finally, Kam Yajño Nati Vartate. That is the question. Same question. What is it, one thing, which Yajna cannot violate? Ativartanam is, Yajna cannot go beyond. Yajna is contained within that. It can never go beyond. If it goes beyond, then it is not Yajna anymore. What is that one thing? Rigveda. Because Rigveda is the one Veda, original Veda it is. And the Sama and Yajus, they are secondary. Therefore, there are 3 Vedas in the Yajna. But if I have to reduce it or boil it down to one, what is that one? Rigveda. That's why he says, Tam Yajño Nati Vartate. So Tam means Tam Vācam. Strilinga. Vak is Strilinga. Or Tam means Tam Rucham. That is also Strilinga. Chakaranta Strilinga Shabdas. Therefore, that Yajna, the Purusha Yajna, the person's life is Yajna now. It cannot go beyond Vak. Means you always speak with love. Always speak in sweet tones, if you have to speak. Otherwise, keep silent. Keep silent. But there is a need for speaking, speak in sweet tones. Even when you have to reprimand in sweet tones. That is how you have to do. Nowadays, they use very abusive language. In our childhood, when the parents were very angry with the young boy, they used to say, what are you doing? May God bless you. That is the reprimand. So, in Telugu, the reprimand used to be, Neelu Bangaranganu. That is the reprimand. Means, may your house become golden. Is it a reprimand or a blessing? It is blessing, but say it in the tone of a reprimand. Never use harsh words, abusive words, never. Then the speech, organ of speech, becomes Rigveda and becomes a part and parcel of the Purusha Yajna. Good. We have visited the Vedic vision one time as a summary. Then that 4 questions are answered. Then we are coming to some other simple questions. You see, this is the poetry of riddles. All questions need not be full of Vedanta only. There can be questions of different subjects also. Some of the general knowledge questions can be there. Okay? Then there can be questions about Karma Kanda, questions about the worldly things also, questions that test your common sense also can be there. All kind of questions can be there. Every question need not be Vedanta question only. Okay? Some interesting questions are coming. But before we take up the next verse, we have finished one verse today. It's a good progress. And earlier one verse pending, that finished next verse also. Now some questions. If you donate the organ after death, is it a way to show understanding of I am not the body? Yes. One may like to donate the organs after death. One should do that. There was a rishi called Dadhichi. I don't know whether you have heard this story. The devatas came to him. They requested him, we came seeking some blessing from you, some offering from you. Then he said, what is it that I can offer to you? I am a human being, you are all devatas. No, we want your bones. That is what they want. Because the story goes that the bones of a person of a Purusha Yajna life, a very sacred person who has offered his life for the welfare of the whole, that is the Purusha Yajna, his bones have some special power. Using that bones, you can destroy the enemy. That is some message they got from somewhere. They came and asked him, will you offer your bones to us? He said, okay, take. Just allow me to die, then you take my bones. And then he dies, and they take his bones and make it into a weapon and kill the Rakshasa. That is the story. Therefore, organ donation is very much there, and it is recommended also. Then, if the Jagat is unreal, are the scientific laws that govern are also unreal? You see, science deals with Nama and Rupa. And there is an order within the realm of names and forms. Okay? But that realm itself is unreal. Therefore, the order that controls that realm is equally unreal. The example that I would like to give is, if you go to a movie, the movie follows an order. Don't you see that? In the movie, it is always triangular. Hero, heroine and villain. Hero loves the heroine and heroine also loves the hero. It is a two-way. Whereas villain loves the heroine, he doesn't love less. He loves the heroine as much as the hero loves. But the reverse is not there. She doesn't love him. And therefore he pursues his love. One-way traffic it is. And he becomes the villain. Now you tell me who emerges victorious? By the time 2.5 hour movie is over, who emerges victorious? Hero. And what is the last part of the entire movie? Hero and heroine coming together and getting married happily. Therefore, even the unreal movie follows an order. That's why this order, then value addition, arthakriyakāritvam, it serves a purpose. Like a pot serves a purpose, you can fetch water with pot. So these elements, three things I could remember. So they are considered, arthakriyakāritvam is considered. That pot is utilized to bring water, therefore pot must be real. Then the answer given is, in dream also, the dream pot is also very much useful to bring water in the dream. Therefore the dream pot, is it real or unreal? Therefore this value addition, arthakriyakāritvam, that is the expression of Madhvacharya. He says Jagat real because arthakriyakāritvam. Then the answer given is the dream unreal, but it has an impact. Arthakriyakāritvam is there. He wakes up from the dream with a fear and all that. Then serpent is unreal. It has arthakriyakāritvam. Therefore, value addition. So, in necklace, value is added. Gold costs $1,000 and the job of creating the necklace, he charges $100. Therefore, necklace now costs $1,100. Therefore, necklace is real. If that is the way you have to calculate, then gold is unreal. Only necklace is real. Because value added. This is not the way to look at it. Then order. There is so much order in the movie. The movie script, the editing, the sequence, everything will be perfect, right? The order is there. If order is not there, it is badly criticized. For example, in Ben-Hur movie, in one scene, one Cadillac or Rolls-Royce appeared. In Ben-Hur, Rolls-Royce should not appear. but it appeared. Then it was badly criticized. What kind of a movie making, what kind of movie you are making? You cannot have a Rolls Royce appearing in Ben-Hur movie. That means order should not be violated. Therefore, there is order. In dream also there is order. Therefore, dream follows its own logic. That doesn't make the dream real. The human beings, their plans, their thinking, their designs, etc., they are very logical, but all of them are unreal. Therefore, Jagat, order, real, scientific laws, no, unreal. Within that realm, the laws are valid. But the laws are pointing out to something else. That oneness of reality, that is what they are pointing out. So you have to take the laws that way. Also, is Ishvara same as Saguna Brahma? Yeah. Who creates Ishvara? Ishvara. No creation. Ishvara emerges. Okay? You wake up. You wake up. In sleep, you are not father. You wake up. Now you are father. Who creates father? Nobody creates. Who will come and create father out of you? You emerge as father. Right? Similarly, the Brahman, Nirguna, emerges by association with the gunas as Saguna Brahma, and that is called Ishvara. Nirguna Brahman, you can say, Nirguna Brahman created Saguna Brahman, but that sounds a bit misleading, because you now conclude that there are two Brahmans. The Nirguna Brahman, kind of Brahman, created the other Brahman, which is Saguna. It is neither other nor two. Therefore, Saguna, Nirguna Brahman emerges as Saguna Brahman. So you want to say create, you may say, but you have to understand it clearly. Why does that transformation happen? There is no why. You see, let me answer this question and leave it. The creation is a singularity. In that, no when, no why, no where. Where creation took place? No. After creation only space came. Therefore, no where for creation. When creation? No, no when. Because after creation, time came. Therefore, no when. Then why creation? No why. Because after creation, the law of causality has come. This is the cause of that. Like that, that came after creation. And therefore, no why. Even for Big Bang, no why. Why Big Bang? No, you should not ask that question. Why sun is able to burn till today? You can ask that question. But why Big Bang? You cannot answer. Ask. When Big Bang? You cannot ask. What happened after 2 seconds of Big Bang? You can ask that question. Where Big Bang? You cannot ask. When the Big Bang happened, what happened to those gaseous clouds? Where they moved, that way you can ask. So Big Bang is a singularity in which there is no when, there is no why, there is no where. So your question is not valid. So I cannot answer the question. I can only say it's a wrong question. Okay? Then some more questions we will see later. Om Purnamada Purnamidam